Welcome back to the Buzz on Business. Our next guest is Linda Smalley with Project Learn. Welcome, Linda. Very nice to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. Well, why don't you tell us a little about yourself and how you got involved with Project Learn and what the organization is all about?
Okay. Well, Project Learn provides tutoring for adults who, for a number of reasons, need help with basic skills. They may need help reading, they may need help with math, they may want to pass their GED, they may want to get into the Army but have to pass the ASVAB. They may be learning English as their second language. So there's a number of reasons why adults come to us, and it's all free. It's one-on-one tutoring, and it's just been a wonderful experience being part of this organization. The people that we meet are just fabulous. We have loved being in Brunswick and part of the community here.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, how are you funded?
We're funded. We get a fair amount of funding from United Way, but other than that, it's all either business or organization or individual donations.
Okay.
And then most recently, we've opened these 3 used bookstores around the county.
Okay.
And the used bookstores have been, are now for probably about 60% of our funding.
Wow.
It has been a tremendous boost to our organization. But not only in the revenue end, Brunswick, before we opened the bookstore, we had maybe 20 students a year. But once we opened here, last year we were over 60, and this year we'll be higher than that. So the bookstore gives us a face. And people know we're here, they know that we're where to find us and that we're here to stay. And so it enables a number of adults to step forward and say, you know, I really want to take a vocational program, but my math isn't good enough yet. So that's where we step in. We help them with the math so that they can pass the test to get into another vocational program, which then enables them to get a better job than they have right now.
Oh, fabulous, fabulous. So it's more than just reading.
It's more than just reading.
Oh, that's good to know.
We are very much student goal oriented.
Okay.
So if the student comes to us because they want to read their Bible or because they want to read to their grandchildren, that's what we work on. If the student comes to us because they want to improve their writing skills so they can go into Tri-C or to another, to Midpoint or someplace else for further education, they have the skills that they can enter and be successful.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, the bookstore that's here in Brunswick, it's located just north of St. Ambrose.
That's correct.
In the Rolling Hills Plaza.
That's correct.
What is that address there?
831 Pearl Road.
Okay.
Easy to find. Great parking.
Yeah.
If you want, great parking. And if you want to drop off books, it's very easy because you can just pull right up to the sidewalk and we'll help you unload.
Wonderful. What are your hours?
The hours are Monday through Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturday, 10 to 4.
Okay. And tell us a little about the books that you have inside the store.
I should have brought some books. I forgot to do that. You would be amazed at the quality of books. We have people who read a book, and you can't really wear out a book.
Right.
You read it once, it looks like new. You maybe paid $25, $30 for it, and you don't want to sit on a shelf, and you don't really want to throw it away. There's lots more readings out of that. Mm-hmm. So we get some wonderful books that look like they've hardly been opened. So we have a lot of fiction, and everything is categorized and it's organized so that it's easy to find. Everything's alphabetical by author. So you will be amazed. It's hard for me to walk out without finding a book every single time.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and what do they cost?
We just had a price increase, I'm sorry to say.
Oh, no.
We've been here 2 years with no price increases. Paperbacks are now $1.10.
Okay.
Trade paperbacks, which are the more expensive paperbacks, are $2.20, and hardcovers are $3.30. All kids' things, whether they're hard or paperback, are $1.10. We don't add sales tax.
Okay.
We pay sales tax, but we take it out of the amount. So we haven't really been making $1 per book. We've been making much less. So what we're doing is trying to at least cover the sales tax now, and that's why the increase.
Okay. Well, I was so amazed because I'm just a James Patterson fan.
Me too.
And I went in one day, and there was his latest.
Yes.
And I just thought, you know, an easy read. I mean, I have the Kindle that I can get everything,
Right.
but it's so nice to read a book.
Right.
And instead of paying the $25 or the $20,
Right.
to go in and pay $3, and then you donate it back and pick up another one. It's such a great concept.
It's really done well for us. Now that we have one in Medina, Wadsworth, and Brunswick, we really are, I feel, serving the community for the first time. When we were just in Medina, it was hard for people from around the county to come to us, and with gas being expensive, and with money being tight for a lot of families, that trip back and forth to Medina is just prohibitive then.
Right.
So the bookstores have done so much for us, and I think it's become almost another mission, in that now families with kids can get books at $1 a piece or $1.10 a piece.
Yeah.
And the whole family's reading for a $20 bill.
Right.
You've got everybody in a family reading
Right.
together.
Right, and your selection is so large. Your kids' books, there are just so many. So it's just such a great opportunity.
Yes, it's been wonderful.
Especially with summer months here now. Keep
Well, I
your
was just
kids
gonna
reading.
With summer, right, exactly. You want to keep your kids going, because if they stop, folks, they will lose a lot. So you want to keep them reading. The other thing I was going to say is for travel. If you're going to go on a plane, or if you're going to be on the beach, there's not so much of a risk. If you get the book a little wet, then you can pitch it, but you haven't invested a lot into it, so you don't mind. And the other thing that I've really enjoyed is I've tried authors I would have never tried before.
Oh, that's a good point.
I'm a James Patterson fan too, but I've discovered Harlan Coben, and I love Harlan Coben now, so I read all of his books, and it's just a great way to try somebody new and really expand. When James Patterson, when you've read them all, what do you do next?
Exactly, because they are such a quick read.
Right, exactly. So it's a great way. And most of our volunteers are also avid readers, so they wouldn't be volunteering there. And they always have a suggestion for you.
Okay, and you're looking for volunteers? You have some
We
volunteers?
are. We have a few gaps now in our staffing, and we would certainly welcome anybody who loves books, loves to talk about books. We ask you to join us. The shift is about 3.5 hours. We'd like it to be a regular thing for you, but like Monday from 10 to 1:30, or it's the day is split in half.
Okay.
So we really could use some volunteers.
And they can stop at any of the stores to find out more about that?
We ask you to fill out a form, and then we'll give you a call, and we'll train you. And the best part is, when the books come in, you get first picks. And it's really nice sometimes to see some of these collections come in from people, and you can grab up some of the ones that you've been waiting for.
Okay, well, good.
The other thing I wanted to mention is, so many of the schools now have required summer reading for their kids. We try to keep aside those books that come in used, that we know are on the required reading list, but we found we really can't keep those in stock because everybody's coming at the same time. So we are ordering new books for those that are on the required reading list. Now, we obviously can't charge
the $3 or
the
$1.10.
What we are we charge, we round it to the nearest dollar to try and keep things simple, but there is no tax added to that. We again take the tax out from under that, and the profits again go right back into your community to helping people. So
well, maybe that's something people should realize if their kids were in the summer reading program and have those books, that you're a good place for them to go.
We would really appreciate,
great.
if you read Hunger Games last year, there's people waiting for it this year.
Well, wonderful.
So if you have those sitting on your shelf, there's somebody who could really benefit if you would.
Well, Linda, thank you very much for joining us and sharing all that great information from Project Learn. And I appreciate you joining us today. That wraps up our show for this time, and we'll see you next time for the Buzz on Business. Thank you.